It's The Chat at noon.
I'm joined today by Amy Crowley, and she is a program manager with the Heart Gallery of the Panhandle Plains. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Yes, so obviously you guys are an organization here in Amarillo. Can you kind of talk about just what you do and what the community should know about you guys?
Of course. So Heart Gallery is tasked with promoting the kids who are in foster care who are currently legally free and available for adoption. So we focus just on those kids who are available and ready to be adopted, who are looking for their forever families. I think something perhaps that a lot of people don't know is that in Texas, in any given year, we have between 5,000 and 6,000 kids who are available for adoption right now, ready to go. And here in our region, which is from Lubbock to the top of the Panhandle, we have between 300 and 400 kids. Yes,
goodness.
Numbers are huge.
Giant number. And you know, y'all's organization, you were telling me this earlier, it got started here in Amarillo last April.
Yes.
Can you talk about that and just the journey that you guys have gone through to, become an organization?
Yes, so in 2023, Governor Abbott's wife was the one who was instrumental in getting Heart Galleries reestablished throughout Texas. And what they had seen is that in the Austin area, where a Heart Gallery had always been in existence, adoption rates were 20 to 40% higher than in the rest of the state. So in the next year, in the 2024 session, the state granted us our initial funding to get started again throughout the state. So we reestablished here in the Panhandle area last year. And what we do is we take pictures of all these kids and then we look for places to display our pictures. So it's been really exciting. Since Heart Gallery was reestablished throughout the state, overall throughout the whole state, adoption rates are up 46% because of Heart Gallery pictures.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Isn't that incredible?
Yes, and you brought some of those photos with you today.
It did. So I could tell you a story. I could tell you about a little boy who has a big smile and he's lots of fun. And so that's left up to your imagination to figure out what this little boy looks like. But when you see a picture of him, when you see that face, when you see that smile, you're immediately attracted and drawn in, and it impacts your heart. A picture can tell 1,000 words where we can't do that verbally. And so we take professional pictures of these kids. Volunteer photographers do that for us. And then we look for businesses and organizations who will display our photos for us, who will just give us a little bit of space. That's all we ask for, is some space to showcase our kids and let you know who it is that's looking for a family and looking for a home.
Love that.
Yes.
Love that. Yes, a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Yes.
I love how you said that. And obviously those photos are so cool because it shows their personality
It does.
too. And you had mentioned that you guys are showcased in some businesses here in town. Can you tell us where those are located?
Would love to. Yes, we have a permanent display at the Amarillo Airport. We just had a ribbon cutting recently out there. It's just fantastic. We have a permanent display at the Amarillo Art Institute. We're located at an Amarillo National Bank branch. We were in some churches. And I guess that's my biggest ask for the community is if you have a business or if you have a church that's interested, or a group, organization, anything like that, we will take our photos and make them work for your organization, whether it's digital or permanent or on an easel. We'll do whatever we can to make it work for you.
Yes, and this is just such a unique concept too. And so Amy, I want to ask you, what has drawn you to the Heart Gallery?
Great question. I am a 3-time adoptive mom.
Wow.
So I adopted 3 girls of my own from foster care. 2 of them were 6 and 1 of them was 12. So I know what I'm asking. I know how important it is. I know how difficult it is. I know that if we don't adopt our Texas kids and get them into homes and families, then there's a likelihood of them aging out of the system. And when they age out, not only are they alone, but their chances of homelessness and incarceration increase. And so if we as a community can come together and love on our kids, provide them that support and family that they so desperately long for, we're all better because of that.
Absolutely. And so as this year continues to go along, what do you hope to accomplish and what do you want the community to help you guys out with?
Well, number one, we don't have enough foster and adoptive homes in our area. The Panhandle area has such a dearth of foster homes and adoptive homes. Right now, a lot of our kids live in Houston and some of the larger cities down south in Texas. We are desperate for foster and adoptive homes. And when I say desperate, I mean desperate. We need them badly. So I would love to see more families, more homes open up in the Panhandle area. Not only so that we can get our children placed into foster homes here, but so that we can see the numbers go down. I would love to work myself out of a job. I really would. Not a whole lot of people will say that, but I really would love to work myself out of a job because our kids are being adopted so often. So
Absolutely.
that would be wonderful.
Yes, yes. So if someone were to be interested in getting involved with you guys, I know you said that you take volunteer photographers.
Yes.
How can they get involved and what's the best place to go about that?
You can find us on Facebook or Instagram or our website, Heart Gallery PPTX, like Panhandle Plains, Texas. So heartgallerypptx.org.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Well, thank you for sharing your
course.
story.
Thank
And
you.
again, such a unique concept and beautiful photos.
Thank
I just
you.
think, again, pictures worth 1,000
It
words, like you
is.
said.
It
It
is.
tells their story. So thank you for sharing
You
that.
bet. Thank you, Kelsey.
Well, this has been The Chat at Noon. I'm Kelsey Davis for News Channel 10.